Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Daily Masters cast, and getting stuck into a very awesome Terran versus Zerg game. I believe this is played in one of the German cups, local things. I'm not exactly sure where this game was played, but it does have TLO, and it does have kauP, KAUP. I'm not precisely sure how to pronounce that. kauP, maybe? But I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore by trying to pronounce it. We'll just have to figure out something to call this guy. But he is KAUP. He is from Germany, plays Terran, and he used to be part of the Neurosoft team. I'm not sure what team he's playing for now. I don't know if he is. Maybe he's not. So, yeah, and of course down the bottom right side of the map we have none other than TLO, a very big, very scary Zerg player. He is also from Germany. He plays for Team Liquid, and WCS-wise, he's doing pretty good at number 26 with 2,200 points. So, very skilled player, and definitely expecting to see some very good things for him in this game. Car? I don't know, man. Mr. K over here is a bit of an unknown quantity. I've never cast him before, so it'll be interesting to see. And I mean, it's not just going to be a face roll by TLO, if indeed he does win. And this game is long. You look at the size of the video, it's a long game. So we're definitely going to be seeing some great play from both of these players as they go at it. So just have to see how it goes. Looks like TLO's got the pull hatch timing down beautifully. Once again, although the hatchery's taking a little bit of time, but yeah, that should be fine. Should be fine getting out that second queen, and just got to make sure he gets out the lings to deal with the Reaper, which of course he is doing a fantastic job of. And this Reaper, man, is just too late to the party, does not even realize it. You may actually get this worker. The drones, the lings, sorry, are just nowhere to be seen. They're yeah, really late to the party. So this Reaper just so fast out the door, and should be able to take out these two lings without any problems, but he wants to go for the drones, and now two more lings. Reaper is going to have to run for it. There is one more Reaper coming, but it's going to give us a total of two. Oh, he's going for it. He's going to be building the gas there. No, he does not want to build the gas. Just going to be over there mining. That Reaper would almost certainly lose itself trying to kill that drone. Maybe you can go around the other side. But that's just so crazy, man. The amount of micro you're putting into keeping these Reapers alive and trying to kill the drones. I don't know, I mean, obviously you're affecting a lot of micro out of your opponent to be able to survive, which is good. But I don't know, I really don't know if it's worth it, because you barely ever kill anything. I mean, the only thing you really hope to do is force a lot of crazy micro out of your opponent, and hopefully they have less they could be doing otherwise. Like they could be droning out less, they could be doing other stuff less. Keeping the pressure on them is sort of thing. But I guess both of these players are so highly ranked that it doesn't really slow them down in terms of their macro. I mean, all this fiddly little micro, they can do that and they can do the macro at the same time. Speaking of that sort of stuff, looks like Mr. K over there, Mr. Cow is going to be getting down double expansion. I think I saw that. Yes, he's getting down a fast third as well, which is absolutely insane. I can only assume he's going to be pumping workers off this for a very long time, and he's not going to move it out to the third position anytime soon, because even if he wanted to move it out there, I don't think he'd get the advantage of it. I mean, he's not going to be fully mining off two bases for quite a while, so yeah, it would make sense just to be building workers off that, give him a nice worker advantage, and then he can move it out very early. So it's not a case, if you're a Terran player, it's not a case of, oh, he's getting a third base really early, he's going to be so exposed, because it's not like that. It's just an extra 400 minerals, and you can produce an extra worker at a time for the next 5-10 minutes, however long you need to actually go out and solidify that third base. And yeah, there we go, just building workers, setting them straight over to the second base. So his economy is going to be looking very solid. And all it took is an extra 400 minerals invested around the 5-6 minute mark, which, I mean, cuts him down a little bit on his defense, but should be fine. And yeah, you can see that it really has cut down, because at the 8 minute mark he's got a single factory and a single barracks. So his ability to produce units is not good at all for the 8-minute mark. He should have a lot more than this. He should at least have either a starport or 3 barracks at this point. He has neither because he built that early command center. And we will see. I don't think there's much... Oh, TLO getting out a ton of roaches though. And this could be where the strategy falls apart. Those roaches run straight into Mr. K's base, Mr. Cow's base. Then, yeah. That could be quite bad. Because he's got a tank, he's got a bunch of marines, but nothing... he doesn't really got the numbers that he needs. Oh, look at these Hellions, man. They're actually going for the queen, and he's going to kill it right there. Ouch. Just bad. He lost I think one Hellion doing that, but the rest of his forces are okay, continuing to push out the Hellions. But once the roaches appear on the field, and man, TLO is just pushing them out like you would not believe. Only just got the 3rd base now, so he's really been putting a lot of effort into his roach production. And this very, very scary 10-minute rush is going to be... Mr. K is going to have a lot of problems with that. These forces are going to have to back off. There's not much they can do. They can shred the lings. Other than that, not much is really going to happen. Get over the line, raise the supply depot. He's got a siege tank. The siege tank may be the only thing that saves him here, but even so, I just do not know. Look at this. Keeping the roaches at bay with the workers, stopping the roaches from being able to get to that siege tank. Really, really nice play. And the only thing is, how many workers did he lose there? So he's lost 7 so far. That's a pretty crazy number of workers to have lost. And I'm quite sure that Mr. K cannot be happy about that, but he kept his tank alive, and that's the main thing, because the tank is the only real heavy hitter he has in the entire field that can possibly deal with roaches. Everything else would just fall apart. The Hellions, no way. The Reapers, no way. The Marines, in large numbers, they could deal with roaches, but there's large number of roaches and not a large amount of Marines. So it's just the tank which is holding these guys back. And if it wasn't for the tank, Mr. K would have lost by now. He seriously just would have been out of the game. There's no chance he could possibly hold off these forces without that siege tank. So yeah, he's lifted it up. There's a bit of a stalemate right now. He could potentially get the high ground vision, move all his forces into there and snipe the tank. And that wouldn't be a bad option. I mean, he's got a lot of roaches, so he can soak up a lot of the firepower. But yeah, he would probably lose about half his roaches trying to pull that move, simply because there's so many Marines on the field right now. And yeah, he would probably finish off the rest of the forces, but he'd maybe what, 4 or 5 roaches, maybe 6 roaches after he finished these guys off, and that would not be enough to get him the win. So choosing not to move in there, not a bad idea. And it looks like Mr. K just going for a bunch of Widow Mines at the moment, and Marine drops, which should be very, very effective. We have a look at the income. Mr. K actually doing a phenomenal job of that economy with... You can see you had that 3rd command center out so much early. That's how it's paying off. 61 versus 69. TLO still out in front, but we don't expect any less from TLO at this point of the game. We expect him to be right out on top. Here we go. Just going to be dropping these guys down, heal them up, taking out the Overlord. He's going to send a Roach out there to see the watchtower. The Roach is going a bit nuts, but is going to be taken out. And the worker seeing the watchtower, and he knows that a double drop is incoming. And here comes some Hellions through the middle, so Mr. K going for triple attack at the moment. We'll see if he's got enough to deal with this. He does have some Swarm Hosts. Oh, great medevacs right there. Sorry, great Spore Crawler placement. He's going to take out the Queen. Is he? No, the Locust going nuts, and very uncharacteristic that he didn't send this medevac in at the same time. I thought he was going to go for double drops. It's because it's a phenomenal play, but chose not to. It's not going to work out that well anyway, because there's nothing here and there's a bunch of roaches over there. So yeah, this drop is kind of fated to fail, even if he had sent it in at the same time. So a bit unfortunate. Looks like TLO really has stuff nailed down. I thought he might have taken some hits there, but man, hiding the Spore Crawler behind the Overlords. What a crazy play right there. I was just like, why is that medevac taking so much damage? There's a Spore Crawler behind the Overlords. That's a sneaky bastard move right there. But man, TLO pulled it off, and Mr. K is just like, screw you, buddy. That is a horrible move, and I'm not happy about it. And here we go. Bunch of Swarm Hosts coming in. The Terran player, luckily he's got tanks. He's going to be building a couple more. I don't think even a direct hit will be able to kill this. Let's see, I think a direct hit will probably kill them. Yeah, so direct hit kills them. You notice if you look really, really closely, it does the splash and then it does the direct damage. So you can see it at half health for a second and then it takes the rest of the damage. Oh man, this was a scan down. I was hoping to take out some swarm hosts. Yeah, I mean, he's taken out a few, 3 down. That's not a bad effort considering how much of a pain in the ass swarm hosts are to kill. Look at these guys, man, going for the lair. That's risky. I don't think they could pull it off. I really don't. They don't have enough time. Here come the roach reinforcements. They made a good crack of it. A couple of marauders would really have helped out. Oh, when it goes down. Really, really not good, but TLO is feeling good. He's got the swarm host siege going on. And I guess that answers this question about why this game is so long. Swarm hosts all over the place. And they're like a bad rash, man. Just when you think you got rid of them, just when you think you're not seeing them again, you look down and, oh, look at that swarm host once again. So, not that we haven't seen some phenomenal play involving swarm hosts from the past, because we definitely have. But it's just swarm hosts, man. They're just so slow, so slow. We want to see fast-paced gameplay, and the swarm hosts are just like a snooze-a-thon. But they've definitely got their range up very, very nicely here from TLO, and he's actually double hitting with the swarm host, going for the third base, going for the natural expansion. Look at these guys, man, going deep into enemy territory, but there's still a massive amount of roaches on the field, lifting a half of them up into the dropship to keep them going. The rest do get taken out. 5 seconds flat. Another drop coming in. Mr. K really going for the drops, and he's doing quite a bit of damage over here, actually. Now he's going to finish what he started before. The base does go down. What a great move right there. And his tenacity has paid off. So that is going to put TLO quite behind. I'm not sure if he can actually still build the swarm host if he doesn't have a lair or a hive anymore. I would think not, but I'm not sure. I mean, he'll definitely have the infestation pit, so that's going to be helping him. Well, all these siege tanks, man, they're trying to do their very, very best, but, man, just too many, and these guys are just like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. They're getting wiped out, though. They're getting wiped out very, very well. Not quite as good as Storms, but siege tanks really, really pack a punch. He's got 5 of them now, and that's really, really awesome. But he needs to do a drop on top of these swarm hosts. That's what it comes down to. You need to get 2 or 3 medevacs, jump them up, and drop on top of the swarm host. Look at this beautiful play there. He did exactly what I told him to do. So good on you, Mr. K. But the roach is coming in to reinforce. How many swarm hosts can he get? A few. He got a few. There's now 9 total swarm hosts that have been lost. So great play there. Another drop from the other direction would be a really, really great idea. And we'll see if Mr. K can pull it off. Though it looks like he's just going to be pushing for the third base right here. He's going to drop out the front, which is a good idea because there's no swarm hosts. They're all at the back side. This one's coming up, but man, roach is coming at the back. TLO, such great roach presence all over the place. His roaches are really sort of looking after the swarm host quite well, making sure they stay alive, making sure they stay healthy, and also just taking care of the bases. And the reason he can do that is because he has got creep everywhere. He is creeping absolutely everywhere. So in the middle of the map, the creep all over the place. Such a great opportunity, such a great move here, man. Pulling out the tanks, greening all over them. Still get a bunch of siege tank attacks, and the swarm host numbers have been knocked down quite a bit, which is going to help the defense of Mr. K. Vikings coming out to take out the Locust. Locust yanking the tanks out, putting the green stuff on them. Really, really horrible play there for Mr. K. So he needs to have the Vikings ready to snipe these Vipers as best as he possibly can. Now the good thing is TLO doesn't have very good anti-air defense, so he doesn't really have anything he can throw at the Vikings. He's planning on putting out some spore crawlers there, and that'll definitely help. Oh, the Roach is making a push in here, but siege tanks are going to be able to push them away. Very, very nice. And man, oh man, oh man. Every single attack, TLO doing such a great amount of damage. It's just the siege tanks are just not enough to really make it work. Here come the Vipers, hoping to do it, but Vikings are on the prowl. They just have to make sure they don't get pulled too far out. because then they'll get in range of the spore crawlers, and that would be horrendous. Look at it. Look at all these forces dying. Oh, they're going to get a tank here. That's devastating. That's really devastating right here. Mr. K putting out a ton of Widow Mines. Hopefully this can force him off, but his tank number is just getting so low. The Marauders coming out, but they managed to get a Swarm Host right there. Beautiful snipe. Really, really beautiful snipe, but TLO is finally aware of this 4th base, and he is going to be putting out a couple of Swarm Hosts. He's hitting like 3 different locations with Swarm Hosts all at the same time, and Mr. K desperately trying to keep a 4th base somewhere, but it's just not working. This one's going to get taken out. This one's getting sieged up. Oh man, it's bad. And right now he's back on 3 bases. TLO seeming to be happy on 4 bases for now. I imagine he's going to get a 5th base very, very soon, but I haven't seen it happen yet. Where are the drops? Have we seen any more drops? There's 3 more Swarm Hosts that have gone down since we last checked, which is really, really nice. There's a couple of drops over here, a couple of drops over there. No, I think he's forgotten about these guys. These guys have been there for like 15 minutes or so. And everything's just going crazy. The Vikings doing a great job trying to force these Vipers away, keeping them away from the tanks, which is the important part. Because, man, oh man, just yanking those tanks down to be hit by the Locusts. Oh, it's such a bad idea. For Mr. K anyway, such a bad move, and he's finally seems to be able to hold these guys off. He didn't take any losses there. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't quite get to the mute button for that one, but yeah, just came out of nowhere. Just like the Locust, just coming out of nowhere, and this Viking coming out as far as it can without getting hit by the Spore Crawlers. And the fact that these guys are underground mean the Locust will not target them. So Widow Mines proving to be quite a good option. Finally, these medevacs getting taken out. Bunch of Widow Mines in the middle of the field. Don't know why they are there, but TLO holding on to his 2nd and 3rd bases. Bit by bit, the Locust really pushing in, and the tanks not quite in range. Oh, they might actually be able to do some worker damage. That would be crazy. Bunch of drops over here. Knocking back the creep. They got beautiful high ground placement. They get up on this level. Oh man, that's going to be crazy. They're not going for it though. Choosing instead to sort of skate by, see if they can do anything. But fungal growths, not a good idea at all. Man, if you could get units on the top ground, that would be crazy. But oh, the fungals are just doing so much damage. There's basically no health left on this army. Medevac's getting taken out by fungal growth. Completely insane. One medevac manages to run for it. And Widow Mine's still going nuts. 3, 6, 4, and 3. So I'm getting pretty good kills on them. The siege continues to go on, setting out a few units just to sort of hold him back. And the Widow Mine hits are so devastating. Really devastating. But he's actually setting him up the sides. He's trying to take out the tanks here. It looks like he is. The drop's coming down here. Hoping to get some stuff done. Oh, he got the speed boost, but it did not quite happen. Although, managed to get out after the fungal went down. The Vikings starting to come out, but getting taken care of by the Viper. There's so much happening in this game, it's just absolutely crazy. Infested Terrans being added to the mix as well. And here we go, Widow Mines. Oh, doing a pretty good job. Because they're on the high ground, I don't think they're actually taking splash damage from their own shots. I'm not sure how that works, but it seems to be the case. Roach is coming in here. Is Mr. K going to be able to take this out? I do not know. He's managed to hold on to this one. I'm not sure how. I think he just keeps lifting it up every few minutes and basically mines by mules only because he can't keep any workers alive down there. Nice drop going on here, but TLO just with so many numbers. I mean, Mr. K has a decent amount of army, but they're all hiding in here, all sort of scared of this constant Swarm Host aggression. And this is the most protracted siege I have ever seen in a TvZ game, man. It's just siege tanks and Widow Mines versus the Swarm Host, and they're just going nuts. This line has been going crazy for about 10 minutes now, just a solid 10 minutes. Mr. K can kill the Locusts, but he cannot wipe out the Swarm Host. He tried to do a drop before, but there's so many Spore Crawlers right now, I don't think it's going to work anymore. And I think all of his medevacs, most of them have been taken out. He's got 6 around the place. He's just not really putting him into use over on those Swarm Hosts. So he just needs a massive Marauder medevac drop, on top of the swarm host to really take it out, but he's dropping on here, trying to get rid of the economy. I mean, the economy is not a mate. Is he forgot about this medevac? I feel like he has. I feel like that medevac just was completely forgotten. And here we go, the Marauder hit squad. This is what he needs to send at the swarm host. And this can also do pretty good against the roaches as well. So Locust obviously will rip these guys apart, but if they can avoid the Locust, if they can get in here, do some damage, this could be pretty meaty. I mean, he's got 3-3 at the moment. TLO not actually getting 3-3. I feel like the Locust maybe, yeah, the Locust at 3-3. Oh, he needs a scan down there. There's 5 swarm hosts which he can take out. He's actually got these in defensive positions here. But the swarm hosts have just ripped through this force. Those 12 Marauders are down to 5 and they've got no health left. The Locusts are chasing them. Oh, it's just absolutely nuts. More Locusts coming out. They're trying to go for this base, but they've got absolutely no health left at all. Although there's no ground attacks for TLO, he's going to have to send something over here. The workers are going to be defending the hive, and this, yeah, it's actually a hive here, so it could be bad, but the workers managing to kill them all. That was close right there, because losing a hive, not only do you have to build another hatchery, but you have to upgrade all those one of those other things to be a hive. And what did I just see there? It is a Great Aspire. So do we have any Great Aspire tech coming up? I can't see any at the moment. I can't see any wacky units. He's got a bunch of Corruptors, but no Broodlords as of yet. All these guys actually got to wait. Actually got to mass up and then go in. The Marauders coming in. Going to be green clouding, the whole lot of them. Oh, pulling down some tanks. Oh, and the tanks get destroyed. That is phenomenally bad news right there. Really, really bad news. The Widow Mine's still going strong. 7, 10, 10, and 8. Really, really nice job by those Widow Mines. And I am absolutely flabbergasted that TLO has not gotten rid of those things. He probably hasn't noticed they're getting hits off. Oh no, there he goes. He's finally realised there are Widow Mines there. I don't know if you realise the bottom 2 are there. There's so much stuff going on, you just can't realise all of that stuff is there. Here we go, lifting up, try and save this. He's just going to be repairing it. The Locusts all go down, but looks like TLO is sending most of his forces straight at this base. What do we got going on here? Another Marauder drop. Man, Mr. K loves his Marauder drops, and they've been doing such a good job here. Look at the roaches go down. Infestors going to be coming out as well, and that is not going to be good because Marauders versus Infestors not only good. Another Marauder drop here, but Infestors doing a really, really, really good job. I've taken those guys out. Infested Terrans, so beautiful. And this base, I mean, it's just basically Mr. K is running an elevator service right here because all they do is go up and down. Actually, is he sacking some workers? Oh, very nice. But Queen instantly healing that thing, and the bomb just not enough to finish it off. So absolutely horrendous. And now TLO is combining one of the best siege units, the Swarm Host, with one of the best siege units, the Broodlord. The 2 best siege units in the game. Maybe Tempest as well, but they don't do a ton of damage. And the tanks as well, a great siege unit, but just, wow, look at this, trying to push out. He could not gain any headway versus TLO. No matter what he does, he's forced back into this 3 base location, and he's got no minerals there. He really hasn't. I mean, TLO's on 6 bases. He's got this one, which is not mining yet, but could be. He's got this one, which is fully mining, this one, which is fully mining, this one, which is almost out of minerals, and Mr. K, he's out. He's completely boned in terms of income. He's mining off this thing, and I think that's it. And he's just pumping down a ton of mules on this base, and that's the only mineral income he's really getting is off this thing. He's actually down to 4 harvesters, so he's wasting so many units, and he's got no minerals left, and he's kind of screwed at the moment. And TLO just starved him out. We haven't seen anybody getting starved out in this game for so long, but that is exactly what TLO has done here. He's starved him out with those Broodlords. With those Swarm Hosts, he's done a fantastic job. Where are those Broodlords anyway? Has he lost them already? No, they're there. They're all over here. They're just chilling out in the middle. And TLO's, I mean, he's putting some pressure, but he's mainly just making sure that no bases get down. And Mr. K is, I think he's lost already, and he doesn't even realize it. That 2,000 minerals has gone down to 700. in a matter of minutes, and I don't think he's going to be able to get any more. He's just completely out. He's just starved, completely starved, and TLO is not. And soon we're going to see the units just getting lost by Mr. K, not getting replaced, and TLO is just going to have everything. So we're going to see, he's continuing to go over here. He really wants to get rid of that base, but oh, look at this drop going down. Mr. K hoping for a miracle, sending these guys out. Did not even manage to kill that one drone. Unfortunate. He's really boned here. I would be expecting to see a GG in a matter of seconds right here, because, I mean, sooner or later you're going to realize it's just... it's just... You've just got no chance. I mean, he's got a... This is one of the best defensive lines I have ever seen in dealing with Locusts. The Widow Mine's doing a great job. But, I mean, just... Come on. I mean, you've got no income. It's the 37-minute mark, and all of your attempts to get a 4th base down have completely got owned. So, yeah, I mean, at some point, you just got to give him the towel. Just give it up, and I feel like that point is going to be very soon. All it's going to take is TLO getting a ton of Corruptors out to go with his Broodlords, and then just wiping this force out. I mean, Ravens? Yeah, okay, maybe, but... Oh, infested Terrans coming out, going to try and hold off the Vikings, but the siege tank's doing a great job taking them out. And so far, I mean, Mr. K is doing an okay job at holding on. He's got all the right units. He's got Ravens, he's got siege tanks, he's got Vikings, all the right units that he needs to deal with these forces, but he just doesn't have the economy to back it up. I mean, TLO is slowly wearing him down, and then TLO rebuilds his forces, and Mr. K can't afford to rebuild his forces, so he has to give the GG right here. And beautiful gameplay by TLO. It's a very long siege type map. That's the most siege type game I've ever seen played. I mean, siege tanks and Widow Mines versus Locusts for like 20-30 minutes. They just kept on going, and it was insane to see that. But yeah, finally, just denying the bases, just TLO denying the 4th base from Mr. K is what did it. And he did a really great job. So congratulations to him. And thank you very much for watching this game. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll be checking out another one. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.